Hello, my name is Ryan. I'm 27, I think. I live in Los Angeles, and I love roller coasters. Yes, I am obsessed with roller coasters. I've been obsessed since I was a child, and I live in Los Angeles now. I lived here for a few months, and recently I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain with the guy that I was sleeping with at the time. Although we weren't actually sleeping together at the time because he found out he was allergic to iron, and so he lost his sex drive. Where was I? What was I saying? Anyway, so sex drive. Oh, so we went to Six Flags, and we had fun. But I don't know if you know this, Six Flags has a lot of roller coasters that are based on superhero characters. And we ended up getting in an argument while waiting in line for Goliath. An argument about... Okay, so I think that if you put Superman in a blender and turn it on, a human-sized blender, and you turn it on, he's going to get blended, right? That's just physics. But apparently, no. Instead of the blender blending him, if anything, my friend was telling me Superman will, blend the blender. He'll break the blender and he'll break out unless it's made of kryptonite. I don't understand it. I don't get superheroes. I don't understand Marvel or DC. I don't know the difference between any of that stuff. It's all just whatever to me. I don't dislike it, but I just don't get it. And so I was thinking to myself, well, okay, if I were to make a theme park, what kind of characters would I want to see with the rides? You know what I mean? Such and such the ride. You know, whoever. Instead of Batman the ride, who? And so I thought, okay, well, who are my superheroes? And I thought of... The first thing I thought of was RuPaul's Drag Race. And how cool it would be if there was a RuPaul's Drag Race theme park. I think it would be very, very popular. And especially here in LA. And so I was like, this needs to be made. And so immediately I thought of, I want to make this on RuLand Tycoon. And it was just sort of a pipe dream. I thought I would never do it. And then the coronavirus thing happened. And so I'm stuck here at home, not able to do anything, except for drink tea and wear my yukata. Which if you are offended by the fact that I'm wearing a yukata, I'm very shocked to know that there was someone watching the video other than my best friend who gave me this. So yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, so I made it. I downloaded RuLand Tycoon 2, Open Tycoon 2, which I don't know what that means. It's more intense, I guess. And I made a RuPaul theme park. It's not done, but I'm going to show you what I have. So, am I recording this? Oh, I am. Okay, good. I'm going to show you what I have so far. I hope you like this. Otherwise, it's just a blank wall. I don't have any thumbtacks. I'm not about to go into Walgreens right now, in the middle of this crisis, and be like, do you have thumbtacks? I know, you're out of toilet paper. Do you have thumbtacks? I'm not gonna go fucking buy thumbtacks. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do now, I don't know, I don't even know what OBS stands for, darling. I don't know what I'm doing. So I have to unplug the video camera. Okay, bye. I'm gonna disappear. I know you won't be able to look at my hideous face anymore. But I'm disappearing. Okay, that's me. I'm gone. Okay. And then what I need to do is... Oh! Almost unplugged my microphone. Is I need to plug in my mouse. Because I only have 2 USB things. Because I have an old computer. Oh, and now I need to do... display capture. And then this happens. And I screamed when I saw this for the first time. I screamed. I was like, oh my god, it's like looking to, my own death right here, my god. Okay, so there's Maria Callas. Follow me at Maria Fallis if you'd like to. I have a little channel. And so let's just make it, so the sound is still going, right? Let's just make sure. Okay, so the sound's going. Okay, so now we're going to open up Open RCT2. I have my tea here because I'm about to get shady as fuck. Okay, open a saved game. RuPaul's Drag Race Land is what it's called right now. It used to just be called RuPaul Land. I don't know, I might change it still. There's no sound. I don't know how to get sound to work, but it doesn't really matter because the sound effects in this game are fucking annoying as hell. It's just people shouting at each other and people screaming and cash flowing. Anyway, okay, so this is it so far. I did this all last night. I finished this hypercoaster here at 3 o'clock in the morning. I became obsessed and I could not pull myself away. Actually addictive. Okay, so you first enter RuPaul Land, or whatever it's going to be called, and it's like, I am American, American, right? Okay, great. And then the first thing you see is the all-seeing eye, Illuminati eye, because it's VH1, so of course that's fitting. Here's RuPaul, the Black Queen, the White Queen, Michelle Visage, Carson, and what's his face, Ross Matthews. Lovely little space. We have, pink trees. Oh, you know what? Let's make it rain a little bit because that helps the flowers grow. Because my handymen suck. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me find out. How do you make it rain? Partially cloudy. Let's make it rain really quick. And of course we have like palm trees and a little bit of beach setting because it's a gay place. And so it wouldn't be a gay place unless there was a beach. Okay, so the first coaster that you see is the Mimi I'm First Loop of Death. Oh, here it is in action. Mimi I'm First Loop of Death is a wooden roller coaster, kind of like along the lines of the Son of Beast at Kings Island, which no longer exists. This coaster will probably also no longer exist because people do not like it. It's very, very low rating. Look, 4.71 excitement rating. That is not good. And then the intensity rating is it's extreme. Extreme. Look at that. No one wants to ride this. Look, there's no line for the Mimi I'm First. Let me disable the rain. Nobody wants to ride Mimi I'm First Loop of Death. Here's the ride experience. Here we'll follow this car right here. So basically, you go up this little thing. Hold on, let's make it go a little bit faster here. That's the nice thing about this version of the game is you can speed it up. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, it broke down. Maybe I'm First broke down. Okay, we'll come back to her later. But basically, it's a totally obnoxious ride. Pandora's Box is right here. It's just a movie theater. Nobody's in line for that, unfortunately. This is India Ferra the Ride, which is a slide friction coaster. And here's the thing. If you get a slide friction coaster going too fast, it will fly off the track and explode. And if you run this, once India Ferra goes through the Mimi I'm First Loop of Death, it flies off the track and it explodes. And so I never finished it. Oh, I did finish it, but I'm not opening it to the public. India Ferra, the ride, is kind of forgotten about. If you want, I can show you, just as long as nobody dies. I don't think anybody's going to die if I run this. Let's see. Get the speed up a little bit. Turbo speed, darling! Okay, so India Ferra. I don't know why. It's only with slide friction coasters. See? It flies off. It explodes. So then you have to... I don't think anyone died from that. Because no one was on it. Okay. So... Oh, Mimi I'm First is going. Okay, so... Here's what happens. It goes up the lift hill. And, the trains are sort of like... what is it? GCI? CGI? No, CGI is... Oh my god, there's so much... shit all over. There's like puke and vomit all over my park. Okay. That's in the Bianca Del Rio section. There's a lot of puke and vomit. So it has a splashdown right before the drop, which makes no sense. And it kills all the airtime that you get on the first drop. And so you go, and then it has an S-turn right after the drop, which is terrible. You get a little bit of airtime here, and then it, does this. No bank turns. It brakes, which kill all the speed, a la Revolution, which is just so obnoxious. And then you have a loop, which is probably really painful, because they tend to be on wooden roller coasters. No bank turns, you're just slamming into your seat. And then, darlings, helixes of death, honey. Horrible, horrible helixes. You're just like a toothpaste being squeezed out, with the cap on. And you just want to die, and you just want to get the fuck off this ride, and you want to get off of it. Yeah, you're going to be screaming, I want to get off, let me down, while riding this roller coaster. Anyway, let me take a sip of my ginger tea here. This is the Ivy Winters Tower of Stun. Stun, I guess, is a noun now. It's the tallest ride in the park so far, probably be the tallest one. Period. For some reason, it's an observation tower, but for some reason, it's an alien. I don't know why I couldn't change the car type. But there's like a winter theme. There's like snowballs, And Ice Palace, it's a pleasant ride. It's very sort of soft and easygoing and just sort of overall likable. It's not really exciting in terms of like performance. It's not the most exciting ride in the park, but it's fine. It's not, you're not gonna dislike it, and it's kind of popular. So these two, this is the, what is it called? Oh, it's closed. It's also broken down. This is just called Brooklyn Heights. Not like Brooklyn Heights, the ride or anything like that, just Brooklyn Heights. We'll get to that in a minute, I guess. First, I'll show you Vanjie. Miss Vanjie is backing up in her three little... Miss Vanjie. She has three little bunny hills while she's going backwards. And then she goes forwards into two loops. Once Miss Vanjie is going forward, it's really a fun ride. You're like, oh, but then you're like, is she going to make it? Is she going to make it? And then she makes it. She makes it over that hill. And you get a little air time. It's really fun. And then Miss Vanjie, has a little boost, and she starts to go backwards, and you're thinking, oh, well, I guess we're just retreating into, like, where we were before. But it's still fun, even when she's going backwards, it's still fun to watch. Very entertaining ride. I love these double loops. Those are really fun, Schwarzkopf double loops. And then it goes back, she leaves you with that final Miss Vanjie thing again. She does it again, as she leaves and as the ride comes to a close. Very popular ride. And yeah, she's right next door to the Brooklyn Heights roller coaster, which is twofold. Brooklyn Heights is, Canadian, and so you get the winter theme. But then you get, like, the Brooklyn theme, the New York theme. And so Brooklyn Heights, it's a fun ride. It has all these little twists. It's a little bit, like, dancey, I guess you could say. But, I don't know, maybe not the most exciting ride in the world. But it's fun, and it's popular. And then this is her. That's Brooklyn right there. That's her dancing. So the Brooklyn Heights roller coaster, India Ferra right here. This is the Bianca Del Rio Plaza, and this is the Bianca Del Rio's shit show. Oh, I wish that I had sound effects, but I wish you could hear. Oh, by the way, there's a snowman. I wish you could hear the sounds that come out of this circus tent sound like a drag show. Straight up, it's like people cheering and laughing hysterically, and there's like animals and shit. It's fucking crazy in here, and you hear it everywhere. Anyway, that's right next door to... What is this next door to? Actually, I'm working on the Laganja Estranja Death Drop of Doom. That's going to be next. That'll be near the Bianca Del Rio shit show. And you can get iced tea. I should probably just name this Bianca's tea. And there's no money in the park, so you can't charge anybody anything, but those would probably be very expensive. And then, the park has really mostly just, like, ice cream cones and, like, hot dogs and, like, wieners. The first aid kiosk is over by Mimi I'm First, because people tend to puke after riding Mimi I'm First, so I had to make a... This is the Interior Illusions Lounge, which is just a bumper car ride. There's some, like, dynamite out here to, like, it's, like, explosive. This is where you go to let off all your anger. That's what happens. I think that's why bumper cars exist, You're at the theme park with your friend for, like, 6 hours, and you're like, okay, like, I've been with you for so long. I love you to death, but, like, I kind of just want to let my aggression out right now because, like, I want to, like, do something else with someone else. And so you let out your aggression in the bumper car ride. That's why they exist. This is the Charlie Hyde's Putt-Putt range. Very unexciting ride. People don't really want to ride it, which is kind of annoying. Otherwise, it's just, like, here for looks. Like, literally no one ever rides this thing. It's just Putt-Putt range. It's pretty, I guess. It's got good theming, but very, very low excitement rating. And intensity rating is very low. Oh, there's a great line for the... Bibi Zahara Benet's Kitty Costa Comeback, which is a very interesting ride. The cars are lion themed.